So we have left. What's today? Today's Monday. Welcome to Monday, everyone. I have a quite dark, smoky eye going on because I figured I'm not doing anything today, so why not experiment with the makeup? And I swear it looks better in person than it does on the camera. On the camera, it's making it look a little not so cute. So anyway, we just stopped at Wendy's. It's lunchtime, and so we got food, and I got the chili cheese fries, and I'm gonna see how they are. But we've been...
The main necessity was bathroom, but that was where we stopped for going to the bathroom, so...
We were both about to die.
Yeah.
So, food, and then we should be home... Wait.
It's at 3:30.
3:30, so we'll be home in like 4 hours?
Yeah, it's not quite noon yet.
Yeah, we're not even to New York.
Yeah, we're still in New Jersey.
So, I just feel like this car ride has been really slow.
I mean, we were stuck in traffic for a little while in Pennsylvania.
It feels slower than usual, because usually I feel like it goes by pretty fast, but we've been listening to music from musicals, and then we got sick of musicals, so we switched over to movie scores, trying to guess the movie scores, but the person who put together the playlist is like not good at it, so we're like, what is this? And we'll look at it, we're like, that's not from a movie, that's from a video game, what the...
Or a TV show.
Yeah, like...
Or it's just like the most obscure song you could possibly think of to put in from some movie that you would recognize the regular music from, but not some obscure song from it.
Yeah, so we're trying.
I thought I would do better than I am doing.
Yeah, he's not completely destroying me. We're actually pretty close to tied. I'm sure Chris has gotten a few more than me. He's seen a lot more movies than me, but...
Well, I keep knowing what the movie... Giselle keeps looking at it, like, because she gets impatient. She gets very tired of waiting to see what to try to guess, or for me to guess. So she looks early, and then she tries to give me hints as to what it is because she thinks I've seen it. And usually I have seen it, but it's always some weird, obscure song.
Sometimes I give him good hints, though. It's been fun, though, and we just got stuck on one of the Doctor Who songs, and it drove us both up a wall. We're like, what is this? Is this from Star Trek? What is this? And it was from Doctor Who. It was embarrassing and frustrating.
Well, I guessed like 15 things before I actually guessed what it actually was.
Yeah.
So, we're home now, as you can tell. We both got home, and just kind of crashed a little bit. We're both feeling very exhausted. I'm pretty sure Giselle is asleep on the couch right now. I just been kind of staring off into space, watching YouTube videos, sort of, and thinking about sleeping and napping. But I also kind of don't want to do that. It's like 5-something right now. I just feel super out of it. I don't know. The car ride was something about it just made it seem super long and super draining. I don't know. It's been a long day, it feels like, even though the day is not nearly over. But I kind of feel like going to sleep now and then waking up early tomorrow or something, super early. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of aimlessly walking around, but it feels like it's been a long day, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do, other than I know that I'm just going to kind of relax a little bit. I feel like I kind of need it. I was going to come home and do stuff, actually do stuff, work on some stuff, since I have the rest of the day off. Obviously, I took the day off from work for coming home, and I mean, I have all night, technically, but maybe it'll be better suited if I sleep now and try to work on stuff later. I don't know. I'm gonna decide soon, but I did come home to a package, which it's from Saga. I have a few things that I know for a fact are going to be coming from Saga at some point. I don't know which ones exactly this is. I'm guessing it's more than one because it's in a little box. We shall see together. And I didn't really read it all this weekend, even though I did bring some books with me to read. I really didn't read anything, which puts me pretty behind on quite a few things, but we'll get through them eventually, hopefully. I still have a bunch of reviews to do. There's I think there's 3 books in here. So the first one is Dark Sky by Mike Brooks. This is actually the sequel to Dark Run, which is the first book in the series. It's science fiction kind of thing that's I've heard it's a little bit like the Tales of the Ketty J series by Chris Wooding, but I have not read the first one yet, but I do have the first one. I bought the first one on Book Outlet, and I was planning on reading that one and then reading this one, like reading them back to back whenever this one comes out. So that is not until July, so July 11th. So in July I will most likely take some time to read both of these back to back, and yeah, they sound super fun. They sound like a fun time, so I'm gonna give them a shot. And then the publicist also sent me this. This is I'm so excited for this. This is a bind up, an omnibus of 2 books that existed in a different form before and have now been put together because this author is coming out with a sequel to this. So like, okay, let me just show it to you. It's Magic of Blood and Sea by Cassandra Rose Clarke. So I read Star's End by her and really liked it, and so I asked the publicist to send me this. It came out in like February, I think. But this is a bind up of the 2 books, Assassin's Curse and Pirate's Wish, which we do have the first one of those, but in its old form, in its old format. So I really wanted to get this one because there's a new one that's going to be coming out later on this year in the same format from the same publishing company, from Saga. That's basically going to look very much like this edition. It's called Magic of Wind and Mist, I think. I might be mixing those words up, but I think that's something like what it is. But look how awesome that is. That's such a great cover. I'm really glad that this is getting republished. These 2 books are being republished together in this edition because it's a really cool looking edition, and I've heard really good things about this, and I really liked her writing in Star's End, so I'm excited to try this. And then later on in the year, I think it comes out in September, the sequel to this one comes out in September, so I'm not sure exactly when I'll read it. May read it more close to then. And this last one it looks really cool. It's John Kessel, The Moon and the Other. It has blurred by Kim Stanley Robinson on the front. Brilliant and thought-provoking. An intense experience. This may be his best yet. So this one actually did come out in March. I had not really requested very much from Saga in the time before March, so I was kind of backtracking a little bit, which is why I requested Magic of Blood and Sea and this one, The Moon and the Other. So this is a science fiction book, and it's in the mid-22nd century. More than 3 million people live in 20 independent nation-states on the moon. Everyday life goes on in underground cities a few feet below the airless lunar surface. Within the female-dominated society of cousins, a society where men have all the sex they want but have no right to vote or any definable political value, tensions begin to flare as the gender imbalance is inflamed by outside political intrigues and jealousies, and the matriarchal utopia of the society is seen as a looming threat to outsiders. When the Organization of Lunar States sends a team to investigate the condition of men in the society, secrets are revealed and the first moon war erupts. John Kessel has written a vivid novel of our future, of the price for freedom and security, and the hubris of love. He is a visionary American author and one of the most celebrated and revered speculative fiction writers of his time. So it just kind of goes on from there and explains all of the things that he's won. all of the things that he's won. I've never read anything by him. I've never actually heard of him before. But I thought this looked cool. And it takes place on the moon, so that'll be fun. We'll see. I would like to read this soon, actually. So I did end up falling asleep for a little tiny bit. Not very long. And I've been awake for not very long. And I think I might go back to sleep. But I was just sitting here and just reading a little bit. Giselle has been pretty much out. Just completely out since we got home. Which I think is really funny and will probably be really good for her. Especially because this week she has a lot of work to do this week. But I'm feeling really tired now. I'm going to go back to sleep, I think, as well. Sleep as well. And hopefully it'll be nice. I wanted to show something. Not too long ago, I got a call on my phone. Oh, this was really funny. My phone popped up with this without me even having to, it just popped up with this. Now, I'd never answer a phone call that is from a number that I don't recognize, ever. I will never pick up a phone call from a number that I don't already have programmed into my phone, that does not already have a name attached to it. And for some reason, my phone already attached this name to this phone number, which I think is really funny, and I hope it continues to do that for everything in the future. Like, there's the number, and it says scam likely. Apparently, it's a scam, and it automatically realized that. I don't know if this is like a new thing that phones are doing nowadays. So this is the first time it's ever happened on my phone, and I thought it was pretty freaking awesome. That it's just like scam likely. Don't answer. Thank you, phone. I was already not going to answer, but this solidified that decision for me. Thank you so much. Anyway, I think that's it for today. It was an exhausting drive, and we're gonna go back to work tomorrow. Fun stuff. It was really fun being at home with my family, and I'm really happy that we got to go. I'm always really happy when we could go back there, and it was a great weekend. So hopefully we'll get to be with them again soon. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.